Hello everyone. Today I was going to do a tutorial on basic components and circuit tutorials. This video is going to be helpful for people that are new to electronics, and I'm just going to go through the purpose and functionality of some basic components and circuits. So let's get into it. So first off, a light emitting diode. When current passes through these types of diodes, they provide light. Now, in order to dictate what color this light is, you'll need to get some sort of filament. As you can see, they have different sort of filaments over the light, but you can also get RGB ones that can be obviously any color that you want. And if I don't go into as much detail as you like on these components, feel free to pause the video and give the text a bit of a read. But yeah, these components are pretty self-explanatory. When current passes through them, given that you've wired them the right way, as in negative to negative, positive to positive, light will be emitting from these components. Resistors. Now, the purpose of this component is to limit current in order to prevent component damage. So the most common one is a 330 ohmega resistor, ohmega being the measurement of resistance. So the more resistance you have, the less current will pass through it, and this is good for preventing components blowing on you. So most commonly you'll wire a 330 ohm resistor to an LED to stop the LED from blowing. Now, with this table you can see how the color bands on a resistor can be viewed to dictate what value the resistor is. So if you have a resistor and you're not sure what value it is, just look at the color bands, get a table like this, and you'll be able to work out roughly what the ohmega value is. Push buttons, self-explanatory. These buttons can be used as an input device by forming an electrical connection by pressing it down, and this physically connects the diagonal pins of the push button, allowing current to flow through. Slide switches, much like push buttons, they can form user input by connecting the middle pin with either of the adjacent pins to form an electrical connection when operated. You can get different types of slide switches, some of them have multiple sliders in them, but they all have the same basic principle. DC motors. With this component, if current flows through it, it spins. How fast it spins depends on how much current's going through it, and what direction it spins is dictated by the motor's polarity. Now, a breadboard. This device can be used as a means of easily creating circuits temporarily by simply sliding components and wiring into it. I have a video going into further detail about breadboards. I'll probably link it, so if you still are confused about how a breadboard functions after this, if this isn't enough detail for you, feel free to give that video a watch and it'll provide more detail. Here are some basic circuit examples using the mentioned components. So as you can see here, I've got a power supply, I've got a button circuit, slide switch circuit, and finally a motor circuit. Now, I do all my circuit simulations like this one in Tinkercad.com software. It's a free online software you can use, and yeah, it just gives you a means of simulating circuits for free online, and you won't need to download anything, so it's really handy. Thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing.